Welcome.
Bienvenidos, bienvenidas.
Willkommen.
Ahla wa sahla to breakfast together.
And welcome to another Breakfast Together episode. And here we are again recording our interviews. And today we have another exciting guest with us. Today I'm recording with my fellow podcaster Telemachos.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And besides Telemachos, we have our beloved friend Krisztina. Krisztina, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hello, Krisztina.
Thank you so much for coming.
By the way, probably you cannot see it, but Krisztina right now has a very dramatic look with her hair flowing with the wind. It's like a Zero's rock music video. We will try at least to get some pictures of the recording.
Yes. So Krisztina has been in our Polyglot community for some time, but for those who do not know Krisztina, I would like to introduce her. Krisztina is a woman of many talents. Besides being very, I don't know what I can say, a skilled polyglot, she is also a medical doctor, a surgeon, and she is currently living in France, which she will tell us about a little bit later. She is originally from Romania, but she has some connection to Hungary as well. Krisztina, the first question I would like to ask you is, how many languages do you actually speak and what are they?
Oh God, this was quite an introduction. I wasn't prepared for that. Luckily, your listeners are not able to see my face right now because I'm blushing. So thank you very much for the lovely introduction. And to answer your question, at this point in time, I'm speaking comfortably 6 languages. Hungarian, which is my mother tongue, Romanian, which is my country of origins, language, English, as you can see, Spanish, that you are quite aware, Irena, because we are used to speak Spanish together. French, I'm in France, living in France right now, and a bit of Swedish.
Amazing. Yeah, I have to say that, I don't speak Swedish, I speak Norwegian, but sometimes we try at speaking Norwegian and Swedish together, and her Swedish is quite good. But it's so funny because every time she's like, are you sure you're not speaking Swedish to me? Are you sure? And I say, I'm pretty sure because I don't speak it.
Maybe you're so empathetic that, you hear her accent and you automatically, switch to it.
I haven't discovered that hidden talent.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I understand Irena quite well.
Yeah, those languages are very similar. I used to teach Norwegian for those who do not know, so my students used to tell me that they understood me better than the native speakers because I'm not a native speaker.
And Swedish? And Swedish is the latest language you've learned, Krisztina, is that right?
Yes, it's true. I'm still learning it and preparing for my language exam eventually, I hope. But it's an ongoing process with Swedish. I'm still perfecting it today, yeah.
Okay, but it's still good enough that you can have a conversation, even not in Swedish, like interlingual conversation, actually.
I can have a decent conversation. Actually, I put it to test recently with some of my relatives and not so much relatives who are living in Sweden and Swedish people, and I understood everything they were saying between them, and I could answer in Swedish. I held small conversations in Swedish, not about very deep and dramatic stuff, but like an everyday conversation. I feel quite comfortable in it. Yeah.
But those are some amazing results. And of course, we also remember your presentation on how you learned Swedish at the Polyglot gathering, which was very interesting. But I want to follow up on your language journey and ask, I know also, I'm just going to be throwing a lot of facts about Krisztina. I know that you're a fan of Harry Potter as much as I am. There is a moment when Hagrid comes and he says, "You're a wizard, Harry." And what was the moment for you when you understood that you are a wizard, you are a polyglot, Krisztina?
This is a good one. I suppose I'm a polyglot. Um, Actually, I think it was the moment when I um, realized that I could speak 4 languages at a time quite comfortably, and I was searching for other people on the internet who could speak multiple languages. And then I found the Polyglot Gathering. That was in 2022, I guess. Yes. Um, 20, yes, 2022. And right then and there, I signed up for my first Polyglot Gathering, and so it began.
So it was the one in Terezin, right?
Yes, the first one in
But
Terezin.
so we actually started going to the poly gathering together with Christina at the same time.
I think so. I think so.
And I'm gonna make you blush again, but I remember that when I first saw Christina, she really reminded me of a Greek actress. Like really, like it was uncanny. And I'm like, the first thing I told her, we were sitting at the table at the lunch, and I think one of the first things I told her is like, "You really look like a Greek actress. Can I show you?" And I showed her the
Yes,
picture.
and you took out your phone, and I was like her, and I'm like, okay, I can. She looked really nice, and I was like, okay, I can take it. Like, I don't quite see the resemblance, but I can go with that. So
Well, I asked the people around, and they confirmed it. So,
yeah,
so it was
but
right.
it's quite a funny story. That was
That's such a lovely story.
basically our first conversation. You look like someone. Can I show you?
Just a normal introductory conversation
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Polyglot
like.
gathering,
But let's be serious. We've seen weirder introductions in the Polyglot Gathering than this, so it's totally
Definitely,
fine.
definitely.
That is still a better story than how Telemachos and I met, but maybe
That's a
next
story
time.
for another interview.
Okay,
Another
I'm
interview.
curious about that.
Yeah, we will tell it for, off the
Okay,
scenes.
You have to stay
sure,
tuned. But
sure.
I wanted to ask you, Christina, a bit about. So you said you started with 4 languages. So
Yeah,
you have kind of like a mixed heritage, and this
yes,
also
it's true.
like also has to do with the languages you speak. So can you tell us a bit about this and how it was growing up, like your communication with your
Sure.
parents, family, people around you, and how do you feel about your like two? I don't know if both of them you consider mother languages, but those 2 languages.
Sure. Ethnically, I'm 100% Hungarian. Both my parents and my grandparents and everyone in our family, as far as I know, it is Hungarian. We are part of the Hungarian minority in Romania, Transylvania, the whole World War separating from Hungary stuff. So my family is Hungarian. My parents speak Hungarian between them at our house. I grew up speaking Hungarian at home. I went to a Hungarian school for 12 years. But again, you're living in I wouldn't say foreign country because I was born there, but in a country that speaks a different language majority, that speaks a different language. So I had to learn Romanian. And usually, if you are a Hungarian child, you don't really get in contact with Romanian until you get to kindergarten, let's say. But my mom always knew that it's going to be a bit harder for me with the integration and to learn the new language if I'm not learning it from really, really young age. So she had an idea, and it actually worked. She gathered all the kids from the street, the Romanian kids, and made me play with them. So I can start learning Romanian early. And it was really good. It was really cool. I didn't speak a word in Romanian because I basically had no contact with it until I was like 5, maybe 4 or 5. But after
Uh-huh.
that, it took off because I was basically forced to. So it was way easier for me in school than it was for other children that were from the same kind of households as I was from.
That was very wise from your mother's side.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
actually.
see you're no stranger to awkward introductions, so
Oh no,
I shouldn't feel so
no,
bad about mine.
no, it's
You're used to
totally
it.
fine. It's Eastern Europe, we're used to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's the
it.
Balkans.
And I didn't even notice that it's like a weird thing because children do not perceive language barriers as adults do. They just want to play
Exactly.
together and they will make it work no matter how. So it was really cool, and I'm really, really grateful for her idea. Actually, she told me after that she wanted to make me go to a Romanian kindergarten instead of a Hungarian one, but a bit of backlash from the wider family, and
Oh, wow.
I went to a Hungarian kindergarten and Hungarian school. But I do not regret it now because if I did not would have not gone to a Hungarian school, I would have not learned the language and everything regarding Hungarian culture and heritage so well. So I think it was definitely this way was the best of both worlds.
That's a very interesting backstory. But now I'm
Yeah.
curious. So basically, so how was it for you socializing in these two languages? So I imagine that. So you spoke Hungarian with your parents, and
Yeah,
you started speaking Romanian with some of the kids, but you went to Hungarian
yeah,
school, so you also spoke
yeah,
Hungarian with the Hungarian kids. So
yeah.
because the typical story is that you have like a child of a different ethnicity in a foreign country, and they speak the local language with the school and the native language with the parents. But for you, it was different.
Yeah.
So did you, like for example, did you have a different like level of colloquial language in Hungarian and Romanian, or you could speak like what language were you speaking with whom in a way? So you could like did you have problem, for example, with Romanian grammar and these things? How
I
was
had a
the
yeah.
level of these two languages growing up?
I had a bit of problem with Romania until the fifth grade, I think, but then it just took off. I have no idea why, to be honest. It just took off, and I got better at Romanian grammar than Hungarian grammar. But again, that's not really hard to get better at Romanian grammar because Hungarian grammar is really hard even for us.
Yep.
I think I
Yeah.
can write more correctly in Romanian than in Hungarian even now.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't like a conscious process, to be honest. Like when you're a kid, you don't realize. You just do what you have to do. You speak whatever language you need to speak with someone. It wasn't that weird for me to switch between languages with different people. The turning point came when I went to university because I did 12 years in a Hungarian school, and then the university, it was all in Romanian. The first year it was a
Ooh.
bit weird, like I can weird, but after that I don't didn't even realize when the transition happened. So it's like for me, I can speak both languages at the same level without any problems.
I want to ask one more, like, because I think we can also tie this after with the university topic, with like your other identity as a polyglot. But I wanted to ask another like question before. What language do you talk to babies and animals to?
Ah, that's a good one.
Um,
And you have two animals, right? You have
yeah,
two
um,
bunnies, I think.
yeah, I have yes, I have
Rabbits.
two bunnies at home and a
Are they
dog that
bad
I share
bunnies
with
or
my
are they good bunnies?
parents. That's another topic. Yeah, they're interesting bunnies. Let's say they are interesting bunnies. They're really good.
They could make a career.
Yeah, if you let them out of the cage, they begin to do mischievous stuff. So, yeah. But other than that, they are like really cool animals. And I have a dog also that I share with my parents. I think my first reaction is to speak Hungarian with them. But I noticed that since I moved to France and I see little animals on the streets, especially dogs I really like, I start to speak in French. to them. Just because I think I know that the owners will not understand me if I intuitively speak in Hungarian. But at home, no matter if the dog is Romanian or Hungarian, I will speak in Hungarian to them.
You have to try, like, are you a Romanian dog?
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, and
No, in Romania, like, she doesn't care. It's like, I will speak to you in Hungarian and I don't care if you hear it or not.
I will make
it's
you
only
a
the French
Hungarian
dogs.
puppy. But here
Only
in
the French dogs get special treatment.
Yes, that I noticed that just right now, because I tend to go to animals when I see them on the streets and ask for their owners for their permission to pet the dogs. So I will naturally start speaking in French, but at home it's like, hey, szia, mit csinálsz? To the dogs, yeah. It's like,
Oh, wow.
But that's such a great way to connect with people as well, just to talk to them about their animals. I think this is a very good icebreaker.
yeah, I think so too, actually. And asking for owners for their permission to pet the dog, I think it's a really good idea, because I don't like petting people's dogs without their permission. I think that's rude, and I don't like when other people are trying to pet
Absolutely.
my animals without my permission. So yeah, I have
That's
an
good
etiquette
manners.
for that,
That's
you
good
know.
Of course.
Savoir vivre for that.
So, following this, we already understood that you had a head start with languages when you became sort of like, not sort of, but you became bilingual by birth, not by choice. But then, of course, I imagine that you learned English as a second language or third language in school. But how did you get to the foreign languages? How did this interest sparked in you?
If I may, I would like to reverse a bit back to English, because that's like an interesting story, quite an interesting story. I was really, really bad at English at first. We started learning English in Romania in kindergarten, like basic words and songs and everything. But it's
progressive.
It's quite aggressive in Romania. You start from kindergarten, and then from first grade all the way until 12th grade, you learn English. And I was exceptionally bad at it. Like, you can't imagine the level of, like, I was parallel English and me to other worlds. It was horrible until the 9th grade, I think. I wouldn't say I failed tests, but I barely passed them. I could not understand the language. Many of my colleagues learned from, like, cartoons, but the cartoons did not have the same effect on me. Like, we watched the same cartoons, but I did not understand anything. So I really struggled with English until the 9th grade, and then something happened. I have no idea what switched. Probably my interest in documentaries and National Geographic and Animal Planet and all sorts of documentaries. I watched a lot of them.
I remember those.
Yeah, they were great. Probably that helped a lot. And in 9th grade, something switched, and I could understand English. I could have a conversation in English and everything. And by, I think, 12th grade, by the time I finished school, I was quite proficient in English without any problems. So it did not come as naturally as some would think. I was quite a late bloomer when it comes to English. And but
I mean, 9th grade, you were still a child.
Yeah, you're still a child, but all my colleagues could already speak and write, and they had a much easier time than I did with English. Like an anecdote, I had one time when our teacher asked us to conjugate the verb to ask in whatever tense it was, probably present. And I was so bad at English. Then when it was a he at that time, when he told us conjugate the verb to ask, I misunderstood him, and I thought that there is a verb to task, like with a T, and I conjugated the verb to task on my English test. So this was the level of bad I had in 5th grade. Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but
Uh,
if it shows that you can actually make progress.
I mean, it clicked. It's you mentioned it
Yeah,
twice so far, also with Romanian, that you kind of like learn some things, and at some age and after, it kind of clicks, and
yeah,
some kind
exactly.
of light bulb, brightens in your brain, and you get it from there on, from then on.
Yeah,
But and then so you studied medicine in Romania.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
and maybe it's better that the medicine that you studied was in Romanian, because I can imagine that the Hungarian words, like Hungarian medicinal terms, must be a nightmare if you want to do
Yes,
anything internationally.
yes, it is.
oh my God.
Even nowadays, I don't understand much of the Hungarian particular words in medicine. I don't understand them. I understand much better in English or Romanian. Those are the two working languages, and right now French. But
Hmm.
Hungarians just have some words for medical purposes that I have no idea how they came up with those. To be honest, and sometime I was called to interpret some papers from a Hungarian hospital for patients that have been to Hungary before and hospitalized there, and I was like, I recognize the words, I have no idea what they mean in this context.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
really
it's like
really
that
different.
level for a native
Yeah,
speaker. Crazy, crazy
it's
stuff.
it's it's really
Mm.
crazy. But Irena, to circle back to your original question, because I deviated a bit, sorry for that. Um,
No
my
worries.
interest in other languages, that's right, another story. Like with Spanish, that was the easiest one. My grandmother
We
used
love
to watch a lot
stories.
of yeah, my grandmother used to watch a lot of soap operas in Spanish, because they are all Mexican, of
Ah,
course, and
she used to watch those.
Venezuela, and I watched them
Eres
with
muy
her.
bonita. ¡No mientas! Es la verdad. El
Exactamente.
problema es que no confías en ti misma.
Exactamente eso. So I picked up by listening to it a lot, like a lot, because I spent a lot of my childhood with her. And she woke at six
Love it.
o'clock in the evening. She watched the soap opera, so I had to be quiet and watch it with her. And after that,
But
I
the question
start.
here is,
Yeah,
did your grandmother understand Spanish?
no, no, not at all. And there is
But
Okay.
did you have any certain interrupt? But did you have any was there subtitles? Was there like a voiceover, or it was
yeah,
just
in Romania there are basically no voiceovers for anything. They always the
Amazing.
original
that's
language
good?
and subtitles. Yeah, it's.
Hmm.
I think it's one of the greatest things about language learning in Romania. If you think it is because like
Hmm.
they don't
Mhm.
want to invest in voiceovers, so they just throw in the subtitles.
Obviously,
But
it's a lot
for
cheaper.
us, and yeah, exactly, and for whoever wants to learn languages,
Smart.
it's actually really really great. So it's always the original language with the subtitles that were, of course, in Romanian. But I
Hmm.
understood them by that time. So I picked up Spanish that way, and I did 4 more years in high school also of Spanish. But I
Hmm.
think it was
As
most
part of the
most like
curriculum or extra
yeah.
courses?
Actually, I started with French in the fifth grade, all the way
Oh.
till the eighth grade. But my experience
Hmm.
was really bad. Like our teachers kept changing,
Oh.
and the level of education wasn't that great. Let's just say with the French, and
Uh-huh.
um, I just had enough of it, and I switched to Spanish because in ninth grade it became a possibility to study Spanish as well. So I switched, and that way I did 4 years of Spanish as well. Yeah, uh, and
And
in with
when did
yes,
you
sorry.
decide? No, no, you can go on.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, yeah,
ahead.
sure. Ask me. Probably we are going to. You're going to ask me the question I was going to answer, but yeah,
Let's see how good our mind
ask the
Amazing.
connection
question.
We
is.
don't even have to
Exactly.
talk.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So, and how did you come back to French? Because I mean, now you live in France. I think you were also like the previous year you were also in France for a while, living in France for a while. So after that traumatic, let's say, experience with French, what made you come back to French, even though you had all these other languages and maybe also other choices for a
Yeah.
place to, study, work, or whatever?
As I said, my first experience with French was quite traumatic, to be honest. And even in school, it was one of the hardest subjects for me. I always felt that it was like an unfinished project. Like I learned 4 years or not learned or whatever that was for nothing. So I said to myself that, okay, you started something, you know a few words, but like really basic words, trust me on this. So you need to like finish it. You need to make something of it, because with an A1 French level, you can't do anything basically. So I started to learn on my own, and this was after university, after graduation, like recently. And I know that I had my first ever mini conversation in French at my first Polyglot gathering at the French table. So that was in 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was
Yay!
extremely shy about it. It was basically, it was horrible, let's be honest about it. But I kept improving, and I managed to get myself up to take the B2 DELF exam. And a month after that, I moved to France in 2023. And I was thrown into the work environment in France without actually speaking French, but you have to learn on the go. So I basically learned on the go. And right now, it's my second time in France, and I can say that it's much easier than the first time. So at work, it's okay, I can say. It's not perfect,
Amazing.
but my patients understand me. I understand them. I can communicate with my coworkers. I also told them that if you see that I'm saying something that is not really correct, you can correct me at any times, because I really want to hear the feedbacks. And I recently started to understand when they speak, my colleagues speak between them at meal times, and the little jokes they make, and that is so cool.
And the gossips?
Yeah, exactly. The hospital gossip.
Very important.
That is very important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. So I was just thinking about this.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Krisztina. That's all that matters. You achieved it. I want to follow up on that, on you moving to France. Have you experienced any culture shocks while coming there or living there?
Not really. Like, nothing was really shocking. There are people here are more friendly and polite than I'm used to in Eastern Europe. Like, they always
Really?
ask you.
The French
Yeah,
are more friendly and
exactly.
polite.
When I go,
What are the
Europe.
standards?
exactly. Actually, when I'm going into work, everyone is like, "Hello, how are you?" Everyone is asking, "Are you good?" At home, we did not do it. Like, we went into work and it's like, "Hello, hello. Okay, let's go on by."
What you want?
Something like
Serious
that.
faces, no smiles.
Yeah, no, people were smiling, but they were not making so much small talk like here.
You smile too
Exactly.
much.
Irena, you
Yeah,
know.
we're gonna send you out of the country.
Irena, if you know, you know. Like
Of
Eastern Europe is
course, yeah. You have to be from Eastern Europe
Yeah,
to
Actually, it's funny
understand.
exactly.
because when we first started the call with also with Asia, who's listening to us now from the producers' room, Asia asked us all like, "How are you?" And Irena was like, "Bien, bien," and she was like super serious, like super, still in working mode. And Asia was commenting on that it's your face and your words is something completely different.
Exactly. I was wearing the stoic face, which I normally wear, and I have been caught on video a lot of times.
It's hard to change that.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you're born with it.
Yeah.
You take it
Yeah.
with you to the
I
grave.
totally agree. You can't really. Your face comes with subtitles. So
Exactly. Yeah. But Christina, I forgot to mention, but besides you being a doctor, which is of course a very challenging career, and being a full time doctor, full time polyglot, you are also a fitness trainer, which I find amazing because those three things, like at least to me, they seemingly do not are not connected. So my question to you is, and you have many other hobbies as well. You like traveling, and you like fashion. Your style is
That's
thank
true.
amazing.
you.
So my question is,
Thank you.
how do you find the time for everything? How do you combine this? How many hours per day do you have? I have 24.
I'm
We
very
all have
curious about that
24.
question.
I
Maybe Christina has like Hermione's time machine. Maybe that's the secret, actually.
Exactly. I think she does.
I wish. I really wish
Mhm.
to have a time machine or to be able to inter- expand my day, but I can't. I have the same 24 hours as you guys do and everyone else does. Um, I have no straight answer to your question, Irena. Everything came naturally to me always. Like when I have an interest, I pursue it and I find the time to do it. And with these things, like with language learning, I told you this basically the whole story already. Um, it came naturally. The sport, the fitness trainer. I this summer I'm going to have my 15-year anniversary with that. So I basically started when I was in high
Wow.
school, and I on and off with small pauses. I did it all the way to university and to residency. Right now, of course, I'm just doing it as a hobby because I'm not teaching here in France as of now. You never know in the future. But I really like it and I really, really enjoy it. So I just found the time for it. And with the traveling, whenever I have 2 days that are linked together and I have nothing else to do, I will buy some tickets to go somewhere. So
Amazing.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
I love that.
whenever you want to do something, you will find the time for it. But I don't have,
Hmm.
for example, I don't have kids or someone to take care of. So maybe that helps as well. Because if you have like a large family and
Of
people that
course.
depend on you and everything, I truly believe that it's not that easy like it is for me.
Yeah, I think you have a good point. Hmm.
But it's not only about time management, I guess. It's also about like the manner you do it. And because I was thinking of your latest presentation in with Swedish that you decided to learn on your own.
Yeah.
So
Of
I'm curious after
oh,
having like very different ways of learning each language. Let's say what. So especially after like the Swedish challenge, let's say, because I think it was a challenge for you that you set to yourself. Like, what are like some of the insights you have like understood about how you learn a language or how you tackle a new language when you want to learn it? Do you have anything that you learned like more generic, let's say?
yeah, the Swedish was not just those 6 months that you are talking about with that particular challenge that I decided to present at the Polyglot gathering that was last year, where the challenge itself. It was the first language I learned as a grown up, like from zero, from scratch. I had no previous knowledge of Swedish, nothing. And my cousin, who lives in Sweden, she is a Swedish teacher. I talked with her one day about the polyglot thing and everything, just like randomly, and she asked me if I want to learn Swedish with her, like practice it for 1 hour a week, and we'll see where it goes. And I said yes, like it was, I'm in. And so I started with her from zero, and then I wanted to double down on that and set myself the challenge you were talking about, Tilemahos, to learn 1 hour a day for 6 months, and let's see where I can get with it. So basically, it was the results were that from an A1, A2 level, I got to B1 in 6 months. Uh, and to
Impressive.
answer to your question, what are the tactics? You have to find the time. Like that was the hardest thing. and the motivation, because there were some days that I had zero motivation to open Duolingo even, which is like the easiest way to learn a few words, because it's your telephone is
Despite
always
all
in
the
your
threats
hand.
by Duo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's the easiest way. It was really hard to find the motivation, or then I started to watch some podcasts or some Netflix shows in Swedish, just to make up that hour a day somehow. And even by passive learning, you will still learn something. So I think that's the key: consistency. Even when it's not motivating at all, even when you're tired, even when you're bored, even when you don't want to do it, you have to start it. And consistency, even if you're not at 100%.
Okay,
I
so it's
couldn't
more
agree more
important
with you.
than to to like whatever in whatever manner, like keep learning it
Yeah,
like as often as you can. But
yeah,
it is like more important than how you learn it and what exactly you're using or
exactly.
which resource. Just have contact with the language and keep having
Just
contact,
Go for
and
it.
it will
Good.
help.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, it does not matter. And my other advice for everyone would be, find a way that it's interesting to you. For example, I despise grammar books. I despise everything that it's like very constrained and methodical, and like you have to open a textbook, chapter one, you learn about I don't know, verbs, pronouns, how to conjugate in present tense. I will shut the book and just go do other things. I don't like it. But for example, you show me a documentary I am already interested in a language that I want to learn. I will pay attention. So I will like it, I will enjoy it, and I will probably learn some of that foreign language as well. Irena, you know about my Harry Potter challenge with the books.
I know.
Yeah. So as she said before, I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I decided to buy some of the books in different languages I want to learn. And I think it's a really, really good way to study a language without studying the language.
Yeah, with that feeling that you're doing a chore, you're actually
Yeah,
like enjoying the
exactly.
process. So that keeps you
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, but that sounds really good. I think that those are some really good words of wisdom. Couldn't agree
Oh,
more with you. And to wrap it up, so we will have a small tradition. We will always be asking this from our listeners. What is your favorite country for food, people, or language?
oh, food. Italy, definitely Italy. Uh, I I even find myself going to Italian places at countries that are not Italy, but I love Italian
Mm-hmm.
food. Um, People. That is a more interesting question. I think I'm going with Italy again,
Okay.
because I just thought about it. Like, I'm thinking about all the countries I've been, and there are a few, but
I thought you were gonna say Ukraine, but
I've never been to
okay. I mean,
Ukraine.
I guess we're not friends.
I'm sorry, Rana, but I've
You
never
know
been to
me.
Ukraine. Yeah, but maybe you're the exception. I have no idea about that right now, because I have no terms
Exactly.
of
She doesn't
comparison, you
know.
know?
So
No, I'm one of the rudest you can get.
Oh, if you're the rudest one, that I'm going definitely with Ukraine. Because,
well played, well played.
but yeah, I
And
think
language?
Italy. Language.
Okay.
Would it be bad to go with Italy again?
No,
No, it's
totally
totally fine.
understood.
Totally
No questions
fine.
asked.
I'm actually not kidding, because I love the Italian language. It's one of my next projects to learn. And that's why I would go again with Italy. But if you ask me which is my favorite country and where I want to live, it's not Italy. But though I love the food, people, and languages, it seems.
And you don't speak Italian, apparently, right?
And I don't speak Italian.
Which country is it?
That was the most surprising thing for me.
Yeah. I think I would go to live in Switzerland, to be honest.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a country that is more suited to me.
And they also do speak Italian in the Italian part of Switzerland.
Yeah, it's like you get the best of both worlds, I guess. But I like more the
That's a good
Swedish
combo.
like organization and the methodical stuff. I like it a bit better. Italy is a bit of too much of a chaos for me, though I love the food and the people and the language. But yeah, I would do better in Switzerland, I guess.
Okay. But so not only in Italy, but anyway, when you travel, what are 3 things that you always pack? I think I already know what's the one thing, but I don't want to spoil our listeners.
You can spoil, like, besides my selfie stick.
I was not sure if you're taking their pictures with a camera or a selfie stick, but I was something for photographs for sure would be the one.
Yeah, I have this. I have my selfie stick, my tripod, reliable selfie stick. I bought 2 of them just in case one breaks, and it did break in my last trip. So yes, I'm taking that all the time. Yeah, thank you. And I'm always keeping an eye on the new ones on the market, and I'm just in case. That I always pack. Let's see what else besides like the usual one that everyone packs, like change of underwear and everything. I think that's
Can I also say one thing?
Sure.
A red lipstick. She has.
Yes, thank you. I would have not said that, but it's definitely 100% true. I always have a red lipstick with me, basically everywhere I go. Yeah, that as well. So we have 2 of the more unusual things. And of course my passport and my cards and everything. But that's like mainstream stuff. I'm not focusing on that.
Yeah, we want the fun stuff.
Okay, I can add one more.
Please.
Always a dress. Always.
Yeah, I basically own only dresses and skirts, very few pants. So it's like a high chance of me having a dress anywhere. But yes, I do always have a dress. And I mostly have my inflatable neck pillow everywhere. Because it's like I travel a lot.
I want to go hiking with you.
Where? Do you want to make it happen right now?
I don't know, in the mountain, anywhere where you don't use a dress.
Italy?
You would be surprised of my hiking gear. I can make it in a dress, no problem.
Okay.
I'm to be honest, I'm not that used to hiking, but I can do the dress. Not the heels, but the dress. I will take on that challenge. But let me know if you want me to find a place, Irena, when you're coming to visit me to hike.
Let's do it in the heat.
I'm getting a message from the studio that we need to start wrapping it up, unfortunately.
Sure.
So, Krisztina, do you have any anywhere where like people can find you, or do you have any information like you want to give out? Do you have any channel or something that you want to share with people?
I don't have any channels. Like you can find me on Instagram. Of course. I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook and on Instagram, and that's about it. Other than that, I live a low-key life, not connecting with people, but I'm really happy to answer messages if someone wants to follow up.
So come to the Polyglot gathering if you want to meet Krisztina in person.
Yes, the Polyglot gathering.
Talk in French.
The Polyglot gathering is the one time of the year that I'm out actually in the wilderness, and
that's the best chance.
Amazing.
Yeah. People come to the Polyglot gathering. It's an amazing place where I met you guys. Like, see the results.
It's a highlight of every year.
Connecting people, absolutely. And on this positive note, we have to wrap up. So thank you so much for coming, Krisztina. Köszönöm. Mulțumesc.
Oh my God. Thank you for having me, guys. It was so much fun. And I'm glad that I could be your guinea pig today to be the first guest in the interview series. And I'm wishing you for many more. I'm wishing you all the best with the podcast as well. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was great seeing you. Great talking to you. It was super fun. Wish we could talk for a few more hours, but we will do that as well.
It was great talking to you guys, and I'm expecting both of you to visit me if you want to.
Definitely. I have promised you. Maybe even this year.
Sure, and Irena already bought her ticket, so...
Yay!
All right. That's pressure on me.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Kisses to Breakfast Together listeners.
Kisses to everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.